All right, in Missouri tonight, police are investigating the mysterious disappearance of 6 people. All of them vanished without a trace from a home they shared in St. Louis. They also shared, the 6 people, a connection to this man, Rashad Jamal, a self-proclaimed prophet and rapper who runs an online religious group with thousands of followers on social media. Jamal is the creator of the University of Cosmic Intelligence, which, according to its website, is geared towards enlightening and illuminating the minds of carbonated beings. Well, we're all for enlightenment and illumination here, but here's the first red flag. Jamal is also a convicted child molester, currently serving an 18-year prison sentence. All of this is creating a living nightmare for the friends and families of the 6 people who vanished with no word or warning. Joining us now with more on the troubling story is NewsNation correspondent Nancy Liu. Nancy, what are we learning about these people?
Well, Elizabeth, the missing include 2 young children, just 2 and 3 years old. They're among half a dozen cult members who haven't been seen since August. And the cult leader at the heart of all of this is still influencing massive amounts of followers all over the country from a Georgia prison.
Peace to the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. The doors are open. Welcome to class, Reflection.
He's a self-proclaimed prophet named Rashad Jamal, and his online University of Cosmic Intelligence has tens of thousands of followers across social media. Among his hot topics, Afrocentrism and polygamy. His teachings include NBA players are synthetic robots, weather is controlled by the government, you can enter Africa through the Grand Canyon in Arizona, and birds are not real.
Peace, meaning positive energy, always creates elevation.
The influence of Rashad Jamal White remains massive, even though he's behind bars in Georgia, where he's serving 18 years for child molestation, while police in Georgia search for 6 followers who were last seen in the St. Louis area 5 months ago.
I would have never imagined that. I don't know where my daughter and granddaughter are right now.
The missing include loved ones of Cartisha Morgan, who claims the cult manipulated her daughter to cut off contact, quit her job, and max out her credit cards back in March. Morgan alerted local police.
I was trying to let them know that something was not right.
Everything's on the internet now, so why not have a cult on the internet?
Since launching an investigation, police have heard about strange happenings at the home of the members before they disappeared.
Neighbors reported seeing these people outside daily, worshiping the sun. If it was raining, they would come outside naked and run around the yard, run around the front yard, run around the backyard. They were digging up things in the yard.
If you ever learn something from me, I don't need no money from you or nothing. All I'm asking is that y'all spread the word about what's going on.
Through lectures and rap videos, Rashad Jamal is known to tell followers they are sovereign beings who are not subject to U.S. laws. He also encourages living off the grid.
See, they see legs and thighs, but me, I see behind those eyes. And you in this verse because the universe has us aligned.
Multiple crimes are linked to followers of Rashad Jamal, including a case of murder in Alabama. Jamal claims he's jailed due to fabricated accusations by oppressors against his work to expose the lies in a satanic kingdom. Elizabeth.
All right, Nancy Liu, thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.